Alrighty. So I don't know if he's gonna cut me out completely or not. So I would just, I don't know if any of this is relevant, but I'll just say, hi, Crystal. Thank you so much for doing this, for being here for this testimonial interview. I truly appreciate your time and I love you. So I'm going to start with the first question. What was your biggest struggle before you started working with me?
My biggest struggle, I wrote some of these answers down. So it was my lack of confidence and pretty much the company that I had with myself. I was ashamed of maybe like the thoughts and ideas that would just come to mind when I felt like alone and depressed. And then also opening up with people and like being a struggle to like let them in or really just talk things through was also another difficult thing for me.
Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. And why did you choose to pursue coaching with Christina?
Well, I chose to pursue it because I wanted to pretty much change all of that that I just said. I wanted to change the confidence in the company that I kept with myself. I wanted to change my mindset and outlook on things. And you seem very relatable on so many levels because I talked to your husband and I knew, your background a little bit. So it was really easy for me to confide in you, even before we started our program. So that made me feel like super at ease and super comfortable with you. So excited to do that.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And with the coaching, what kind of results or shifts did you see? And you can tell me a little bit about when you first started seeing them or what that was like for you.
Actually, the funny thing was within the very first week, I noticed a shift because we had been talking about like those struggles again and really just changing the outlook. And I distinctly remember in one of the first weeks, you were saying that you can't mess this up and you can only, do right by yourself. And also, what was it? Like coaching is really about moving forward as opposed to looking back. And that was really something that just totally shifted my mindset to like, okay, instead of being stuck in the past, look towards the future and work on that because, you're a great person already. Just enhance all of that by looking forward. So that was something I thoroughly enjoyed.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Okay. And how has your life benefited after our first program? Now you've renewed. So how has your life benefited from these programs? And or how has it helped you to overcome some of these struggles that you've had?
My outlook has definitely changed. Like, I remember also in one of our sessions, you were talking about how you choose to do things versus how they actually are. So like me choosing the way I look at something is going to affect it tenfold. So I've been just telling myself, like, are you choosing to look at this? Is this really what it is? And ever since then, like, my shift in like priorities, my shift in what I give my energy to, my shift in my faith has also changed because of it. I look forward to definitely progressing as time goes on with you.
I love that. That is wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. I love hearing these. And would you recommend working with me, with Christina, to anyone else and why?
Absolutely. I would definitely recommend it. I think actually I would recommend this to all women, like all women of any type, because I feel like any woman struggles with something. So as if it's their career, if it's their romantic life, if it's like the lack of confidence within themselves, I feel like anybody can benefit from the coaching because yes, we all have friends. Yes, we all have family that we confide in, but talking to like someone who's specialized in dealing with this sort of stuff is always, always beneficial. So I feel like having a coach definitely is something every woman should have in their life.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm like, I want to do these testimonials all the time because it's like, just like, wow, like the work that I do matters. The work that I do is changing lives. It really is. And it's so nice to hear, to see how, like, how is it changing lives? How is it, how is she seeing shifts? And, it's just so incredible to hear that. I love it. I'm like, could you just tell me this all day? Because it's just so, I feel so blessed to get to do what I do and to work with the women that I get to work with, including you. So thank you so much for doing this. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being you. And I'm so proud of you and how much you're progressing. And I was just thinking I can stop the recording.